Welcome Inner Universe community. My name is Sanchita Pandey and our topic for today is why do narcissists choose you? How do you attract narcissists? They're everywhere in your office, in the family, or one of your friends can be a narcissist. But the thing is, you cannot pinpoint on one person and say you are a narcissist. You cannot do that. You just should know how to save yourselves, and that's it. That is what wherein the solution lies. So how do they behave actually? First is the idealization phase, that is the love bombing phase. Whether you are a friend or you are in office, you will be appreciated a lot. Oh, you are great. Oh, wow, you do great work and your qualifications are great. Everything about you is so great. And then what happens is this appreciation is because these narcissists are still being manipulative. They actually see their friends as enablers. Any relationship for them is like they can get an enabler from here. So you are wooed and you are loved, and a relationship is created just because you can become an enabler for the narcissist. And then starts the next phase, which is the devaluation phase. Now they start criticizing you, and everything you do is just not right. And now because they have appreciated and validated you so much, now it is like whatever they say is right till you actually believe in yourself. So self-belief is the key. You don't have to believe in what they are saying, and you have to stay aloof, not reacting, not responding to anything they say. They feel miserable inside, and that is the misery they are pouring out like garbage everywhere they go. Lot of manipulation and lot of negativity, toxic things going on everywhere they stand. And to keep out from that toxic behavior lies in your own self-belief, and never get into any kind of argument or explanation, because they love to fight. They get some kind of energy out of arguments and fighting, because then they are able to label you as, and then the enablers also get something to do, and so they love to fight. And so beware of fighting with them. So what you have to do is the gray rock method. No expressions on your face, ignore. Have clear boundaries, be busy with your own creative work, have a purpose in life. So you don't have the time. When you say you are busy, you don't text them back, you don't call them back. What happens is they feel really insecure, because basically they are insecure, and out of that insecurity and lack of confidence, they try to control everybody outside. So if you are away from their purview, what happens is you are saved from their toxicity. So that is why the gray rock method is quite effective. When you do not show any kind of expressions on your face, and you don't care, you ignore, you don't care to their appreciation, for their appreciation, or if they are criticizing, it just doesn't matter to you, because you believe in yourself. This is what makes them so uneasy. Ignoring them makes them uneasy, because when they control, they get a sort of validation. They feel powerful. When there is nobody to control, who are they going to control? Without any other purpose in life, without giving out toxicity, where are they going to pour that garbage out of them? So you be out of their purview to save your own emotional, mental, physical health. That is the only thing you can do. So first is the idealization or love bombing phase. That is also a sort of manipulation only. They appreciate you. And then next is the devaluation phase. And this is possible among your friends, family members, husband-wife relationship, anywhere, in offices. The thing is, you cannot prove gaslighting. You cannot prove this person intimidated me. So there is nothing to prove, and still you feel emotionally negative, not feeling good among these people. So that is the thing. You have to study your own emotion and know from where you have to keep aloof and where you have to give in energy. So you have to be more aware of how you are feeling at any time. Whenever you are in a specific company, in a specific place, just take care of how you are feeling at any time of the day. If you are not feeling good, not feeling free to voice your ideas, just go away from there. So you save your energy and time. Now the devaluation phase is all about the narcissist feeling so weak, and that is what they give out. So they want to control others so that they feel powerful. So for example, this person is a narcissist and this person takes you out for dinner. Now this is a good thing, but the thing is they won't treat you all right. The whole time they will just devalue you, criticize you. You are not doing anything properly. So you see, the feeling is not good. Though it is a big buffet out there, they will just shower you with lot of gifts, all kinds of gifts, dresses and everything. But the thing is, this person will ask you to change your whatever you are wearing. No, not this dress. Come on, change your dress. I can't take you with this dress. Now you see, it is like you can't even decide on what dress you will wear. What kind of control is that? So you see, it is devaluing you. So if it happens every day in a relationship, in your friendship, what will happen? Somewhere you will lose alignment from your own confidence, from taking decisions on your own. So that is why you have to stay away, run away. Don't walk, run away from these narcissistic people, those who behave in this way. After the devaluation phase, you have the discard phase. That is, your friends won't speak to you. Oh, you are doing too well, we are not speaking to you. So all of them will stop speaking to you. It is like, if you don't have self-belief, it is like, what have I done wrong? Please tell me. I'm ready to explain. You know, you have to have self-confidence and self-belief. It is okay, I can walk alone. You should know you are doing the right thing. So it all comes down to self-belief. If you're not believing how they are judging you, and why should you believe on how somebody judges you? You are what you say you are. You are what you believe you are. That is the self-belief you require to become successful, to stay happy and healthy. So the discard phase is like, in a marriage relationship, it will be like, I was forced to marry you, I never loved you, that sort of a thing. Just imagine, they'll try to say everything that breaks you right there at the right place. You know, they want to hurt people around them, manipulate emotions. Why do they do it? They will not even question themselves, because they don't know that is what they are, manipulative, and they just like it. That is their way of life. They don't even question themselves, because they don't care how you are feeling. If you have felt really bad, unappreciated, not respected, they don't care. That is a narcissist. And so you also don't have to care, because you have to care about yourself. And the last phase is the hoovering thing. Why? Because if they are getting bored, they'll come back to you. Otherwise, they don't care anyways. So now hoovering means all of a sudden you are out of their radar. So they want somebody to control. They want to know everything you are doing. So they'll start texting you and sending you messages. Come back again so that we can control you. Please, please never go back again to them. Never, never, never. Just cut out. That's it. So you save your own mental and physical health. Now the question arises as to why do you attract these narcissists? If you are a chosen one, you'll attract narcissists, because chosen ones or an empath will always attract narcissists if you are not a smart empath. Why does it happen? because you are so positive. Everything in life is so positive, everybody is so good, and you are forgiving. So you see a red flag, you forgive, it's okay. Now see, people are nice generally, and so that is how you look at the world. And what happens is, you cannot deny that there are negative people around you, there are jealous people around you, and so these people keep entering your life till you see a big something which switches you off altogether. But then it is too late. You have had so much of negativity in your life, and now it will be as difficult to keep away from them, because they have entered, they have come so close in your life. So right from the first day you see a red flag, just keep them out. How do you know? You have to listen to people carefully, the words they use, their intentions. Some people speak very well, but when it comes to doing, you'll never find them whenever you need them. So it is like they'll be together, you will be together every day, but when you actually need them, they are nowhere to be seen. So this is a red flag. You know this person is not my friend. That is how you know. Now don't start validating their actions, or speaking for them. This may have happened, that may have happened, because then what is happening? You are living in that negative energy, which is not good for your health. There was this woman, before dying, she was so sorry about how she behaved with her daughter-in-law. But then it is too late. You are dying and now you are sorry for your daughter-in-law, the way you have treated her. But then this doesn't bring those beautiful years of her life back. So all you have to do is self-care and self-love. You have to take care of yourself, because nobody else will do that for you. It is your life. You have just one life, so take care of your mental and physical health. That is success today. Good mental and physical health is success today. You have to set clear boundaries. When you say no, you don't have to explain. No is a complete sentence. That's it. I'm busy. That's it. No, I don't have time to waste. So that is how you have to go about in your life, be it family, friends, colleagues, anybody. Don't be curt, but you have to speak whatever you want to speak. That freedom must be there. And only those who were actually benefiting from you not having boundaries will be angry with you. So let them be, let them go off. And those who already respected you, have high regard for you, those who have high regard for you, they will not feel bad, because they'll respect you, for you are creating new boundaries, because you want to do your creative work in peace. You want to find your own space, be in your own space, peace. The narcissistic people don't like focused individuals. If you are focused on something creative or your talent, doing something really well, they will not speak to you. They just don't like it. It is like, I am not speaking to you, I am so angry with you. This person gave a very good performance, and when she came back to her family, the whole family was not talking to her. Now why are you not talking to her? Because her performance was too good to take in. That is what jealousy is all about. It can come from your friends, it can come from your family members, it can come from your colleagues also. So what do? You keep fighting with everybody around? No, ignore. Just ignore. You know that this person has these traits, and you stay aloof, you cut off ties if you can, so that you maintain your own peace. That is what you have to do. In case you are there together, then don't ever get into an argument, because they love to argue, they love to fight. That gives them a sense of purpose in life, and they found a person on whom they can pour in all that garbage of hurt, insecurity, hatred that lies within them. So keep away from them, and the manipulation, everything will keep going on, because they are not alone, they have the enablers. But it doesn't matter, because you are limitless. If you focus on your own purpose in life and you are doing well, nothing will hurt the narcissist more than this. They hate focused people, they hate talent, they hate positivity, they hate peace. So be that, and that you can be alone. So that is the best argument that you can give from your side. Not doing anything, not behaving in their own way, and not getting into that web of toxicity. That is the best way to save yourself. Thank you so much, Inner Universe community. I hope you are enjoying this series on narcissistic behavior, because you have these people all around you. You cannot even go and complain to anybody, because you cannot say, look, this person is a narcissist. Nobody will believe you, because on your face they are really nice, and from the background they are absolutely manipulative. So the only thing you can do is take care. Just read the energy around you, around that person, and stay away if it is negative energy. I send you my love and blessings. I love you. You know this. If you are here for the first time, do subscribe to this channel, because we are doing a series on this topic of narcissistic behavior. And if you have good knowledge about these people, you will be able to protect yourself in your office, in your school, college, family, and among your friends. Thank you so much for joining me here. I love you. Namaste.